I think when I talk about my home, it's a little complicated because I moved around a couple times, but also because I always felt like I was holding my breath in the house for so many different reasons. So home to me was just very literal, very physical.
Or I got you. Cause I'm already knowing. You want it this way?
Yeah. Perfect.
Is that?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to make sure like.
There you go.
I don't. Yeah. Oh.
You're so.
What is a home, and where is home to you?
A home is basically a place that I don't want to say is yours, but a place where you can just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like a place where if you have a mask on, you can take the mask off. You know what I'm saying? If you have walls up, you can take walls down. Or even just like a place for you to just recharge.
To me, home is a place where all my loved ones are, and a place where I feel like I truly belong. I don't have to change myself to feel like I fit in.
You can go with the classic home is where you hang your hat, but there is kind of a lot of truth to that. Like when I was living in the dorms, but I would still come back to my parents' house. It was weird. Like I didn't know where is my home.
To me, home means somewhere I can go to where people are like. Basically, like, it doesn't have to be like your physical home, but home can be like somewhere where you feel accepted, somewhere where you belong, and you know that you're like a part of that community.
It's just whenever I'm around people who I know and I trust, and I've developed relationships with. So I've lived on campus for the past 2 summers, and I've hung out with the best people I've ever met.
Home to me is where my heart is, just like my family.
Home can be anywhere where I can be comfortable, I think.
Aspects to a home or to a place that feels like home. Like for me, it could be like my favorite blanket or just like a smell in the house that just reminds you of things from your childhood, stuff like that.
I think, okay, a home is... I don't know. A home is like where I live, but I feel like a home can be whatever you want it to be. Like when we lived at TP, I would consider that home. In the same way that I would consider like me coming to like my family home.
My room at U of H, my dorm. Because that's one of the only places I feel like I don't have to pretend to be something I'm not.
What is home to me? Like, where is it to me? I think a piece of my home is like with every single person I've ever met. So home is everywhere to me, and I think home is like love and friendship put together.
And I didn't know really who I was until I met certain people here in Houston.
Who are the people that make you feel at home?
Where my dad is, because my dad is my best friend.
Probably anywhere where my mom is, just because she's probably the most loving person I have in my life. Like my parents, like my mom, my dad, and I think they're the ones who make me feel the most at home because they make me feel secure.
Well, of course, my mom makes me feel at home because I live with her, so.
My longest best friend, though, I met her in middle school. We met in our 7th grade birding class. We went to a science middle school, so it was this hilarious birding class that we were forced to take. So.
My closest friends, my best friends, most of them I met in middle school and high school. They're the ones I'm thinking of.
People that I have met in college, and I think it's really cool how we're all from different backgrounds and from different homes, but we're able to have a home away from home.
They're different people for different things. In my house, it's more of it's okay if I can be gross around you because you're used to it type of love.
There are certain people in college that sort of remind me of my childhood. So I don't know, some of the RAs when we sit in the conference room and just laugh until 2 a.m. That just makes me feel like I'm at home.
And I know that I don't say I love you enough to the people that have loved on me and that have given me strength.
If you really love me, then say so.
When was the last time you told someone you loved them?
Probably last night. I told my dad I loved him before I went to bed.
Just yesterday, actually. I was on FaceTime with a friend of mine. And we had ended our 2-hour video.
I think this morning. It's my boyfriend. I mostly tell him. It's something that we try to tell each other at least once a day.
It have to be last night. Every night at 11:33. For some reason, if I see that time, I have to tell my mom I love her.
I don't take I love you very lightly. With everything going on, I've made sure that they know that I love them.
And I do come from a culture where we don't tell our parents that we love them, but we know, and it's a back and forth thing. But
my family just doesn't really do it that much. We don't really say I love you or and it's been a process of for me to start saying it to my friends and my family and stuff like that.
And if you can say that you love someone, do it. Throw it around. It doesn't lose its specialness.
It could have been minutes. I never, ever want to take anybody for granted, and I'm constantly telling my friends that I love them.
Hey, Kendrick, I love you. That's the last time I said I love you.
I have many different ways of saying I love my friends. For example, with John Ray, we say 3,000, and then with Alejandro, we say besitos.
Now that I don't see my mother as often, I always want her to know that I love her, because God forbid something happens to her, and I don't want us to be on bad terms. I always want her to know that I loved her to the very end.
And I also think that people are afraid sometimes to love, even though they want to. That's what we all want so badly right now. And we know that we're capable of it, but sometimes it's just hard.
Kendrick, how much love is in your heart?
A lot. There's a lot of love in my heart.
I feel like I have a lot, and whenever they're hurting, it feels almost as if I was hurting.
Too much. I'm just kidding. You can never have too much love in your heart. I can't help but to give them love to people. I can't help but to make sure that allow people to feel vulnerable around me.
When I think of my body, I don't think of love just being encased in my heart, but I think of it just surging through me.
I feel like I have a lot of love in my heart. As someone who's a very anxious person, I feel like having a lot of love in my heart and trying to spread a lot of love really makes me feel better.
My mom told me when I was growing up that I was a lover, not a fighter, and that I make an impact on everybody that I meet.
I have lots of love in my heart. I love giving love. I love making people feel comfortable around me. I love feeling comfortable around other people.
Lots. I don't know if I would quantify the love in my heart, but I would think of all the people that I love.
You've heard of the phrase I love this thing so much my heart could burst, and I sometimes I feel like that, but then I sometimes I'm I physically don't have enough love and energy to give.
I would say a lot. I would say an abundance. Everybody doesn't have the best decision making at times, so you gotta charge it to the game a lot of the times. But so long as you treat them with love.
I have a lot to give out, but I don't think I give enough of that to myself, and I think I should.
I think I have a lot of love in my heart. It's just hard for me to communicate that outward, but like I said, I try to show my affection through like thoughtful actions or just the things that I do.
I think love also doesn't have to be in you from the get-go. I think love can also be put into your heart by other people.
Let me count the ways. There's so much of it, and I feel as though that just has to do with so many characters and monumental people like come into my life. It just fills my heart with more love.
In a lot of ways, the greatest love that I've ever felt was experiencing love in a new way. People inviting me into their space and proving every doubt wrong that I used to have about myself. And I thank the people that I met in this city for that. Of course, I never forget the people that I met on the way over here. But I think that's what I mean when I say that I meet the same kind of people in different places. Like, we're all part of the same family, just scattered across the world.
What was the greatest act of love that someone has done for you?
My brother, who actually like takes the fall for me almost on everything when I don't even ask him to.
But I don't know, like I haven't experienced something like this where someone like genuinely cares for me. He just values me as a person. And I don't know. Here, I'm gonna show you flowers.
But like every time like I would leave the library to like walk back to my car, Abel has done it multiple times. He just like walks me back to my car. And Jeremiah did it one time. Like that's like super nice.
The gift of birth. I mean, what better sign of love is there than like giving a part of yourself, sacrificing time and your body to give birth to someone.
Anything that my mom does for me. Like for example, like 2 weeks ago, obviously I was in quarantine already and I was just feeling homesick. Like I have to take care of myself here, obviously. Like no one's like making food for me or anything. So my mom made like dumplings and noodles and stuff, and she like hand wrapped everything. So she like left it on the doorstep, and it was like, and she even cut up a lime for me so I could squeeze it in there. And I was like, wow, she thought of everything.
I was very mature for my age. I understood that my parents, didn't love each other anymore and that they had to go separate ways, but I didn't understand why he left my life. Every day he shows me that like he regrets leaving my life for a couple years. And like he's always there for me. He always calls me, and he always makes sure that I have everything I need.
Who was someone you're missing?
Hey mom, I miss you. Sorry I haven't been able to be at home lately because of Corona. Thank you for all you've done to me. Thank you for showing me so much love. Thank you for giving me all that I want when I ask. Although I may sound like a spoiled kid, you make me feel like so, I don't know. You just make me feel so loved.
Zena, Lorena, Giz, Ale, I miss y'all so much. When I see y'all again, we will reunite and be baddies together again. I miss y'all so much, and when I see y'all again, we're just gonna laugh and be a united group again. And so much y'all.
Hey Dad, I know it's been a while. It's been a long while actually. I'm doing good. I'm in school. Got in pharmacy school. I'm doing really good for myself, and I just really hope that I'm the son that you always wanted. That I hope that I'm making you proud.
I miss who I was a couple years ago, but at the same time, I'm so glad you're dead. Okay? You were so annoying, you were so judgmental, you were so narrow-minded, and you were so obsessed with understanding yourself that you put yourself in a box. Oh my gosh. Catherine, please love yourself a little more. Your love life isn't going to start when you start loving yourself. It's going to start when you choose to let it. You don't have to like wait till you love yourself completely to expect someone to love you back.
I miss you. I know we didn't end on good terms, but just know that I'm always here for you. You're always gonna have a shoulder to lean on. If you ever need anything, you know I got you. You really are like my best friend. So I miss you. Hopefully we can get back on track. And even if we're not in a relationship again, at least be friends again. So
I think the people I miss most right now are my students. I don't know. And I think that if I could talk to them as a whole, I would say, like, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're turning your work in, because I'm making it, so make sure you do it. I hope that you are preparing yourselves for high school and life beyond. And I want you to know that even if we don't see each other again, I will always be there to answer your questions and to help you as much as I can.
I don't know. I guess in this situation that we're in of being quarantined over COVID-19 and everything, I'm missing a lot of my friends. I'm missing a lot of the people who I would be around right now in my last semester of college. And if I were to be telling them something right now, right in front of me, is that even though college is ending, even though we didn't get the time that we were supposed to have had, the love is 100% there, and it'll always be there, no matter where we go, no matter where we end up after graduation. I will always be there, a call away, for anything that you need. And yeah, I guess that's what I would say. Yeah.
I'll never forget any of the people who have made me feel that way, made me feel like I matter. I miss every single one of them. And sometimes I miss people as soon as I get in my car to leave from hanging out, and sometimes it's because of a global pandemic. But I mean, they've given me so much extra love to keep, that I feel so safe. And so they're all my home. My home is huge. It's bigger than Texas.